Hey, hello. Michael here. Yeah, a little redo today. Now, I revised this one time before. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can say this. It's got problem. It's got a compositional problem, really. But then the other problem is this yellow. It's also yellow. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try and fix it. So how does this thing sort of arrive? Hold on. How does it? I just thought I'd leave the room to blow my nose. But this is the redo thing, you know. This is how it works. Yeah, that's my new glasses. Oh, my new glasses. No, there's trade-offs. Other things I don't like about them. Some things I do. Whatever. Okay. How's that glare for you? Good for you. Not so great for me. That's okay. I'll deal. So, when did I revise this? Probably last year. And I did it 2 or 3 years before. So what do I think? Now, yeah, am I better now? Yeah, I like to think I am. But so I had a bit of reference and I painted it. So, but things that I don't think work out, it's like this, it still isn't working out. And then this overall yellow tone. So watch me. You know what? I'll put this up either way. If I fail, I fail. You can watch me fail. We'll fail together. Put up a really long video last night, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's very long, but it's quite a nice painting, and it's one of these interpretations of the pictorialism. I apologize for the car noise. I'll zoom out just to give you your bearings. This is what's going on. There's no reference because it's a redo, and I've been meaning to do some redos. Now basically I've got less than 2 weeks before I go on vacation, so I'm going to keep the videos coming until they go, and then we're going to go. So what are we going to do here? Okay, well, first off, I'm pretty intuitive. I'm mostly intuitive, and then I have knowledge and stuff which backs up the intuition. A little maintenance on my palette here. Not going to be doing a lot of color mixing per se. I think this video is just going to be about trying to save this painting. And it's not the worst painting. I could have sold it, But let's start with the glaze. A lot of times what I like to do is start with the glaze because the glaze resets the entire frame. So I don't like the yellow. I need some medium. Here's our medium. Lots of people ask. Doesn't matter what medium you use. Use something that works for you. And I like something that dries quick. I don't like waiting for my painting to dry, but some people do. They like having that long open time over several days. Pardon me. The Draw Mix Paint guy's like that. He makes his paint super slow drying, and he uses a medium that's slow drying. So what am I doing here? It's raw umber. I don't think raw umber is going to kill that yellow like I want. I think the yellow is really biting me on the butt. So opposite of yellow is purple. Purple is not going to work. Next best would be some blue. I'm going to throw in a little bit of blue. I don't really know what I'm doing, by the way, but I do know that I don't like that yellow feeling. I don't like it. It's had an impact, but I'm still not thrilled. So what's next? What are we going to try next? I'm going to come in with some black, because when I'm not happy, and I'm not happy, a lot of my problems are, yeah, I've got color problems, but I got composition problems. Now I'm going really thick, because what I want to do is fix it. And by the way, you can do some darkening with the glazing, but you're only going to go so far. You're only going to get so much done. I'm starting to kind of find this interesting now. I need more black. Winsor Newton, Griffin, Alcoy. Not usually a big Winsor Newton guy, but Gamblin, I talk to you. You're not. I know you're not. It's a big world, and you know what? I have so much of your paint on my palette in my life. You know, it's nice. You're nice. It's great. You can do two things for me. You can make a quick dry black that actually works. That would be one. And two, lead white. I mean, come on. You make cad yellow, but you won't do lead white. It's silly. It's silly. Silliness. Yes, we know lead, eating lead, breathing lead, bad for you. We got it. But so is cadmium, just as bad, just as bad. You breathe cadmium, you get exposed to cadmium, you're getting poisoned, okay? There's no difference. The only difference is propaganda. That's more black, but you know, you're going to get diminishing, oh, there's that word again. So I'm saying diminishing returns, well, because okay, so I've addressed the yellow. I'm kind of set up a little thing. This branch has got to go, or something's got to happen to it. I really don't know. Let's get a brush. Hog's hair today. If it's a landscape, it's hog's hair. I need more black. So the glaze is reset the visual deal. Now you're dealing with it. I could have done something radical. I tried to push it into a blue zone and a purple, but that would have maybe not worked. I don't mind yellow there. I know there's going to be light there. I don't mind some of this grass here. I definitely don't like that down there. I've identified that now as one of our problem areas. And so, remember I've talked about tree holes a lot? Well, this has just got zillions of them. But the reason why it kind of got under my radar is because it's a whole forest kind of scene. So the other thing is like, I'm directing you through here, but directing you to what? The big blob? You know, not that I need to paint it a little epic little scene back there, but I think I need to give some at least compositional direction to the viewer. But we're not done with the black. As a matter of fact, these little brushes aren't going to do it. I need more power, more firepower. I'm going to use a fork. I'm going to use some oil. I'm going to use some black. See it? Yeah. And now we'll be able to make a lot more impact. So I'm very much thinking abstractly now. That's a good move. I don't know. I think I told you. You might crash and burn. But I promise you from the fore and from the aft that if I crash and burn, I'll share with you. I'll share what's happening, so we can fail together. We'll feel, some camaraderie, which we should, because, none of us succeed all the time. You'll succeed more. I mean, I fail a lot less than I used to, but I still fail. Okay, now this is questionable. Remember I told you I need more movement in my black. More movement means more oil. Get some of that. More oil means less coverage though, so you're going to get effects with these redos that would not be a thing like your normal effects you're going to get. Yeah, I know I talked about diagonals, but you can use diagonals. You can. You got to be strategic. You got to know. They have power, a lot of power. So, what am I doing? I'm thinking landscape, but I'm also really thinking abstract. Abstract. If this can succeed on an abstract level, again, this is a problem. What am I going to do though? I'm thinking that I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to do something like this. Now this is where, sorry for the truck noise, this is where the experience and stuff is going to be really good, because you'll have a vocabulary, an internal vocabulary of how trees work, because you painted a bunch of them. So when you need to get in there and start faking stuff, you're not going to start doing things that are weird and that don't work. Does this stuff work? I don't know. And again, because of all this thinness, trying to make a complete, totally dark black statement is it's possible, but going to take extra paint, and you can see there's a certain amount of texture coming up. But what I want to do is create something interesting. I don't love that. I mean, I kind of do. A good standard transition there. And also, wipe off my brush. Idea right now that there's a path back here and it goes back there and it creates this and that. Nature, Mother Nature, she's always beautiful. It's always beautiful, but if you're just copying it without any kind of reason. I'm just going to define some shapes. Remember I was talking about this. I have ideas, and then, I get more and more as I go, and as I see things, I'm reacting to the painting. I don't love that there. I don't love all this light here. I want something there, but so, like, the more we have, the more distracting, the more lights we have. This might be great when we're done. It could be great. Let's hope. We're always shooting for great. We do not always succeed. Make sure you don't hook up your trees. Like, I don't want to connect with another branch here. Trees don't work like that. Maybe sometimes they do, but it looks bad so don't do it. This is going. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I feel like I need a few more. Will these survive? I don't know. Same deal here. I want less light. I want to push you into something there. So I'm using this brush and the black to really direct things, redo things. This is a redo after all. Yeah, how are we doing? Actually, because I'm getting a glare. Ooh, you're getting a glare too, really bad. Sorry, it's all that black. Let's fiddle along with this a little bit. Sometimes if I come up higher, just be patient, be patient, be patient. I'm doing it for you, doing it for you. If we come up higher and look down, we get less glare. You know that already. I'm just telling you stuff you already know. It's what I do. I was a manager for years. That was what I used to love to do. Just go in the back and tell the guys in the shop all the stuff they knew already. It's a lot of black. Yeah, it is what it is. Also, I'm doing this in the morning. I get a lot more glare and reflections and things going in the morning. A lot. Definitely when I get back from vacation and make some changes. I'll put up some blinds and things. So, but for now, you can see what I'm up to. It's not perfect also. So, you want to embrace this feeling that we're getting here. You might not like it, but like what I mean is, pardon me, the lighter painting coming through the thin black. Okay, we don't want too much oil because a lot of oil is what's sort of causing a lot of that. It's okay though. I don't mind some of it. I kind of like that effect. I'll get that with the redos and almost only with the redos. But I'm liking this. Feeling like at least we have a direction now. We're in the fight. We're still in the fight. We haven't given up. We haven't given up. This to me is just, is that a good idea? Oh no. Was it a good idea? I don't know. Oh, now this one I'm almost inclined to let this whole black bit dry, but I won't do that. I'm going to keep going because that might be sensible, but I'm not convinced that all that extra drying time, it may not be worth the effort at this point. Be careful, your branches are never thicker than your trunks, right? Because trees don't work like that, man. Like here. It's okay. Alright. This is, you can see this stuff is one of the reasons why I'm talking about waiting, but remember I told you we mixed up all this green the other day? Here we go. Now I'm going to keep this black. You know, no, I'm going to use this brush with the green because if I got to do anything else with the black, I'll go in with a tube. That seems very dark and facey there. So one thing I'll do that, just, you know, see how that works. Looks good. Yeah, actually feeling hope. Hope. A lot of this is just actually pushing paint in. I want some consistency here. Just want it kind of not completely uniformly dark, but there's nothing going on there that I feel You don't want a little interesting tree glints, you know, all over your whole canvas. Green, yellow. Yeah, it's kind of taking on a bit of mystery. This is a boring ass shape. Pardon my French. A boring shape. But I think what I'm going to do now is just clean some of this black up on my palette. And that's Mike's green. That's a combination of black and yellow. But it's monodimensional, so you've heard me talk about that too. Don't do monodimensional. It needs complexity. We'll add some burr number to it. Maybe a little of this nice transparent earth red. The more reds you put in your greens, the better your greens are going to be. Then we go back, and you can see it's no longer monodimensional. Now it has some interest. And starting with that black is one of the biggest secrets I've given all of you, because it's a natural looking black. Your black, your yellow, and it's no secret. I mean, you can in fact, I have a book on figurative painting like the masters. I'll show you that to you sometime. Okay, so what am I doing? I thought that was dark, so I love to bring oranges into my greens. It's a weird shape. I'm gonna have to fix that with the lighter color coming in, but I want a heck of a lot more. I'll show you. I grabbed some of this transparent earth red, and I grabbed some of this, and you're thinking that doesn't look even remotely green, but you'd be surprised when we come in and it just whoa. What was I saying? Things happen like that. It's okay. It all adds up to beauty. This is a good spot to take my glasses off. And I know you're getting a glare. I'm sorry about that. Oh, by the way, you could help me out. You could like this video. You can leave me a comment too. You know why? Because YouTube likes comments. Now you might be thinking, man, I got nothing to say about this. You just say, thanks for the demo, man. Or you could say, yeah, liking your demos. Or you could say, man, this demo is really long. I can't take 2.5 hours out of my life to watch this whole thing. I don't really mind. If you don't want to watch them, please do not watch them. But if you do want to watch them, I'm putting them up for you. I don't really mind if you watch them or not. Now I could have a big plan, like, oh, I'm going to build my artistic education empire. That's really not where I'm coming from. I'm just a dude who's sharing what he does. That's where I'm coming from. So you do what you want. But if you're going to partake, then help me out, help me build the channel and get the information to more people, because I do want that. It might seem contradictory. See, that's so much better now. That branch was killing us, man. It was killing. This is not such a wonderful, awesome branch either, but some of this is just going to disappear. I think I might have to do I said how boring this shape is. Shape's too in our face. Not that I want to sit here and start defining a bunch of stuff that's actually going on back there. I really don't. I don't feel like doing that. I kind of set up this. Remember I told you we might need black. We just grab a new brush, because I know whatever black I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this here, but so I'm going to break up that street. Hello. Saving it. What will happen if I actually paint a path in there? I don't know. I mean, it's clearly there. I don't like. It sounds weird. I don't like defining things. I was an illustrator. Illustrators define everything. Wow, that sucks. Okay, I'll show you what I'm doing here. So yeah, raw umber, and then some of this, and that was just like green and weird. But I'm thinking like I want it earthy, so that's why I started bringing in the raw umber, which was way too green feeling. And because I don't want this overly rendered or distinct, I can't just paint it in like a gray little road or something. And as far as that goes, I don't want it to look like it's cement. Who wants to do paintings of cement? So it's got to be an earthen path, right? We may do some streaks on that. I think for now we just need to kind of do a reset. And I felt the need to direct the eye somewhere. It's such a little arc, but it'll read as a path. I know it will. So we've just covered that up. That is the right color. But we've got to have a little transition going. So into the, I can tell you or I can show you, into the yellow ochre. What's that gonna do? I don't know. Watch out for a bunch of straight lines. You want to imply your straight lines more so than actually have them straight, unless you're rendering architecture or anything like that. This brush is real big for this job. That's okay though, we've talked about that too. Bigger, too big is better than too small. Alright, something's there. Do I love it? Yeah. I can work on it. I can develop it. That's questions being posed like, where's the path start? This grass, why is this grass right in front of it? I don't like questions like that. So what I'm going to do is kind of just obfuscate it and hope that you don't ask the question again. Now, seriously, I think I'm kidding. So I got this brush. There's a lot we could do. I can see this is one of the reasons I have my glasses off. To me, this is very blurry. I don't love this archy shape, but it's serving a purpose right now as something in front of something else, so we can modify it a bit. See, so it's not just like saying I'm a big shape. Also, we don't need that all straight. It could be any number of things going on there. Looks like I'm going to need to put some more strong highlights in here. This area is perturbing me. There's a lot of times when I get in a situation like that, I don't really know. I'm making things up, right? That's the problem. I might just kind of do some random squiggle stuff. Oh yeah. So what occurs to me is I don't need that so straight. Yeah. The other thing that's occurring to me is this brush is pretty big for what I'm trying to do now, so time to switch it up. Could do a bunch more interesting branch stuff, but you know, what I think I might content myself with is sort of leaving this like this, letting it get reset. There's a lot of like wet black paint, and that's going to fight me almost every step of the way right now. And I should feel pretty content that I have something that feels somewhat interesting. I am going to come in. Got a little bit of oil left here, see? What I don't have is transparent earth. Red, where are you? You're gonna make me get up. This color is so important to your greens. You're trying to paint these greens, and you're trying to paint them green because you know they're green, but they're not as green as you think they are. Okay? Now you can pay some dude, go to his seminar, pay him hundreds of dollars, and he might even tell you that. And that information might go in and it might stick or it might not. But what I'm telling you right now is that is probably the biggest tip that you'll ever get with your landscape painting. Look at this color, see? Look at her. Whoa, that's all right. That oil's nice. So you could use burnt sienna. It's nice in that it has some opacity to it. This transparent earth red. Look how these are not, you don't see that as brown, right? You're seeing it as green, you're perceiving it as green. So this is a clue. I'm giving you the biggest tip ever. Thanks for the tip. That would be the color. Or you could just, do whatever you want. If you want to help, though, help. Ooh, this is pretty. If you want to help, help. If you don't want to help, don't help. Okay. Yeah. This shape still bothers me, but like, frankly, a couple cuts in front of it, it's just so much going on right now. I don't know if I can deal, but I'm happy here. I'm happy, and I'm going into this gray, black. What am I doing? I don't know. Making mud. The gray. It's a mistake, but sometimes you need to start. Ooh, there's a good tip. You gotta start from a bad place and work your way to a good place. And the complexity that's created gives you interest. It also means that you could never actually fully duplicate or replicate any painting that's painted in a painterly way. By the way, I was mentioning Bob Rohn the other day, and I told you the wrong title for his book. It is not the painterly way. It is called the painterly approach. You're a student of painting, you say, yeah, I'm a student of painting. I want to get better at painting. I spend an hour or so a day painting, you might say. Well, I like buying books, you might say. Bob Rome, I like his book. And he has some DVDs too. I mentioned this on this channel before. I mentioned Bob Rome because I feel like I owe Bob Rome a debt. Because he was such a great teacher. So I'm always going to be thankful for the stuff he put me onto. See, this is working. It's a lot of paint. Watch out for lots of parallel, horizontal strokes. Okay, maybe if you do a water, that's enough of that for now. But remember, I thought I told you how am I going to integrate the road with the... Well, I don't have any more cat yellow. So I use actually more of this Hansa yellow than I do the cad yellow, because the Hansa yellow is a major component in my green. But I've discovered that I like having the cad yellow on the palette because it has a bit more opacity than the Hansa. So for a lot of the moves I want to make where I'm grabbing colors with my brush, it's the way. Now keep in mind, I'm not going as bright as I want to go. Maybe you're noticing I like to build up to things. I usually like to build up from darks into, you know what, there's like some little like stuff there. And then when I bring this yellow across, I'm not going to bring it all the way across. That's my plan. Is it going to work? I don't know. I'm not going to overdo this right now. But since I have this yellow on my brush, pretty easy for me to go from a green yellow to an orange yellow, although I have to get paint. I was really ready today. Actually, like I said, usually I don't even start painting in the afternoon, but because I'm going on out of town, I feel like I'm going to be like, I'll do almost no painting for 5 weeks. Which can be okay. It can be alright. I'll be collecting a lot of reference and a lot of inspiration. And it'll be a huge reset. So those kinds of resets can be fine. It can be good. There's a touch of black on this brush, but just want to blend it in. And this was a big shadow that I covered. I don't want anything there. That shadow was killing the painting. So all I'm going to do now, the last thing I'm going to do, because I know you're getting bored, your kids are calling you, Mom, Dad, you're watching that painter guy again, oh God, he just goes on and on. Remember how dappled light is how I thought we were going to transition. And for this area here, I do believe it's important to just have kind of a green, not too light. Here you saw me make an attempt at some like little weeds and stuff, but it didn't work, and I ended up having to do something different. Just don't like the way that stroke feels. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so yeah, back to what I was saying. the brightest light we have is there, and that ain't such a bad thing. I like that. Going into the oil, going into here, and here. And now the reason why I had to get the orange is like that has a green feel, and I want to start pushing things over, and it's time to say hello to our friend Mr. White. Hello, Mr. White. And then you watch me, I mean, I was sparing you this for 4 or 5 years, so. And we may go back to that. Actually, if you like the live format, make it clear to me. I do see there's a few more subs, definitely more minutes being watched, but there's a lot more content, so. And a lot more, although it's a lot less focused, right? You have to sit there and wade through it. That's the problem with the live experience. But ultimately, I think it's way more valuable. But if you don't agree and you're thinking, man, I just want those 15-minute videos where you show the whole thing sped up, yeah, I'll just do this. I'm going to record my painting sessions either way. Check that out. It's beautiful. No, it's a little too light for, so I do like that color though, and I want to get into some, but I want to push some. I have my glasses on, but I am blurring my vision. And what I don't want is a giant mass of polka dots. I want some structure indicated. Too much, and now see, everything we do creates a shape. So it's when it's time to be, oh yeah, I probably started to say that, but the other day I was talking about, like, you gotta be brave. You say, yeah, well, what's hurt if you mess up a painting? Nothing, for one, but your pride. And then, okay, the other is you gotta be brave. It's like, you do a great painting. You know what you want to do next? Another great painting. And you know what? It's probably not going to be as great. So you're going to be brave. I think we're wrapping this up. I don't want to do too much of this right now. I like a little bit of it. See ya. Take care. Bye.